Is Mondraker a good bike? Well, apparently that is what everyone is asking, and simply put, the answer is yes. With a high capacity battery, Shimano motor, fantastic brakes, and progressive forward geometry, the 2023 Mondraker Dusk you see behind me here is a fantastic entry-level e-MTB option. And to get a little bit further into it, let's answer the more important question: who is this bike designed for? If you're here for the ride review, stick around to the end. But first, as you know we like to do, let's talk about specs, baby.
Let's talk about specs, baby.
Starting things off, the Dusk features an alloy frame, and tucked down below is a Shimano EP8 motor that outputs 85 Newton meters of torque, and that is paired alongside a 630 watt-hour battery that's expandable up to 990 watt-hours for those crazy adventure rides. And let me tell you, I've tried to exhaust the battery before, and I got tired before the bike did. Moving over to the suspension, up front we have a RockShox 35 Silver with 160 millimeters of travel, and out back we have a RockShox Deluxe Select R with 150 millimeters of travel. Moving up to the brakes, this is a big win for me at this price point. You are getting SRAM G2Rs, which are the same brakes that you'll find on the Mondraker Crafty SC, as well as the Crafty R, which are significantly more expensive, and they feature quad piston, front and rear, paired alongside 200 millimeter rotors front and rear. Getting over to the wheels and tires, the Dusk features a 29er wheel set, which is wrapped with a pair of 29 by 2.6 Maxxis Rekon tires. And before you say, Austin, where are the Minion DHF DHR? I'll get into it a little bit later why I think this tire pairing is perfect for the bike. Looking down at the drivetrain, we have a SRAM SX Eagle rear derailleur with an SX shifter up front, and that is paired alongside an 11 to 50 tooth cassette. Lastly, let's go over a few key geometry points. So the Dusk features a 73.5 degree seat tube angle, a 65.5 degree head tube angle, and the size large behind me features a 490 millimeter reach. Coming in at $55.95, the Dusk, price point wise, is to be considered more of an entry-level e-MTB, but as far as the performance goes, I like to say it punches a little bit above its weight. And for the entry-level rider just getting into the sport, the Dusk's high-capacity battery that is piggybackable and the forward geometry that provides a great pedal platform is going to be awesome for those long adventure mountain bike rides on the fire road. But when you're ready to hit the single track, the Dusk will be up to the task. Now that we've gone over all the specs, you know what's next. Let's hit the trail and see what the Dusk is all about. As I mentioned earlier, I am a big fan of the tire setup with these Rekons on the Dusk. And yes, I do love a set of Minions here and there, but these Rekons on this build feel really good on the loose over hard that we have on this fire road right here. See, I can just lean in, no sliding at all. So for the loose over hard conditions that we have, I really like the Rekon tire with the finer, more pronounced tread. Just send it over that little gap. But if you live somewhere that gets a little bit more wet, you're definitely gonna wanna throw on a bigger tread that can clear out the mud a little bit easier. Here we go. Woo! Now for a bit less talk and a bit more flow down the single track. Ooh. So playful. As you probably already know, watching other Mondraker reviews from Fly Rides, I love Mondrakers. They're just so playful. Woo! So nimble. Get some speed up. Here we go, a little hop. See if we can hit this little trail gap right here. Oh. Loose, but man, like I said, I really like these Rekon tires on this loose over hard. Here we go, just ultimate flow. Never ridden this trail before, but man, the sight lines are great. This bike is really loving it. All right, here we go. High speed, let's take the single track. Get as much speed as we can up the climb. Woo. Oh, zoom in. As I mentioned, the pedal platform. So every stroke that I put down on the pedal, I get through the bike. I don't feel like there is any wasted energy going uphill. Here we go into the most technical climb I've ran into today, so we're really gonna put the whole platform that the Dusk has to the test. Let's take the hard line right up the middle. Ooh. Woo. Easy, that EP8 is just shuttling us right up the hill. Man, it was over before I could even get more words out, which is definitely a solid point right here. Oh man, this is fun. Here we go, something hard. Put the bike to the test. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a cliff. Let's go outside. Like I said, I've never ridden this trail. Let's take the hard way, just for fun. Woo. Oh my God, I'm smiling ear to ear. Oh man, riding stuff blind, just always a rise. Alrighty, so to wrap things up, let's ask that question one more time that's been burning a hole in your search bar. Is Mondraker a good bike? And I mean, I hope I answered it for you. You know my answer still stands as yes, but I will leave you to be the judge for the rest. Let us know down in the comments below. Overall, the Dusk is a fantastic entry-level e-MTB that leaves tons of room to grow for progression. I mean, for the dual battery rider who wants adventure out in the mountains on those epic rides on the fire roads, for the beginner rider just getting into the sport, and for the advanced rider or intermediate rider who doesn't want to spend 7, 8, 9, 10 grand on a bike and wants a solid bike to get into in the mid-5s, the Dusk is just perfect. It appeals to everyone, and I cannot recommend it anymore. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. Drop a like, leave a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button to be kept in the loop for more e-MTB and e-bike related videos just like this. So until next time, you know the deal. Enjoy the ride.